GTA 6 is coming. It actually is. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not excited at all in the slightest. At least not yet. For anyone who doesn't know, GTA is probably the biggest game in the entire world because every single person on the planet plays the game, including your 2-year-old child. But I'm going to talk about why I do not trust Rockstar with GTA 6 and bring up some things people may have forgotten. Rockstar was originally going to make single-player content for GTA 5, but that never came through. The idea for the content was scrapped, but it's more than likely because it was easier for them to make content for multiplayer. It's easier for them to make a few new cars, few new guns, some events for multiplayer that people will play endlessly and people will also have to grind for than to make something for single player. Now, the story on its own is a masterpiece, and some would argue that it may not need anything else, but still, why not? And yeah, there was extensions to the story within the multiplayer, but you also had to play the multiplayer to get that. If Rockstar wants to add updates to the story, I say why not? I'm just hoping we're not getting to a point where Rockstar is basically lying about what they're going to be adding to the game, because it'll be easier to add something else to the game. Speaking of which, multiplayer. Multiplayer was a complete disaster at launch. It was good afterwards, it got better, and then when Red Dead 2 came out, which I will talk about later, the multiplayer for GTA just got absolutely ridiculous. We're talking like cars costing millions of dollars, and for those who don't pay shark cards, you'd have to grind their boring, tedious missions for hours on end, doing the same thing over and over again just to afford a car. Hell, even leveling up in the game was tedious. Now, I'm going to make this clear. I played Destiny 2. I know what tedious and boring and monotonous content is, but the point is, I'm talking about GTA 6. I'll call out Destiny for what it is, and I always will. But we're talking about Rockstar and GTA. I mentioned shark cards, and basically this was a way for people to pay for money in the game, and I'm just going to say it right now, this is basically pay to win. You could just pay your way to get the craziest guns in the game, the craziest cars, the flying rockets. Granted, you probably have to be at a certain level, but they had this in the game for people to just spend money and just destroy new players. Now, as fun as it is to destroy new players, this is a turnoff for a lot of people. And yeah, you can go like the mode where you're invisible and you can't take damage, but you're also restricted in that as well. So, like, I guess it's fair that they balanced it, but, like, it's still ridiculous, the pay-to-win elements that are in GTA 5 Online itself. Also, they added a fucking casino into the game. Like, again, did people just forget about this? I'm just going to talk about this briefly. Rockstar was accused of having a workplace environment where people were basically crunched, working as hard as they could. Jason Schreier made a report on Kotaku, so you can check that out yourself. Crunching employees, yeah, that's so cool, Rockstar. I'm so excited for your next game, even though it takes them like 10 years. Now, of course, this will always turn out to be one of the greatest games ever, but still, crunching employees is not okay. That's fucked up. Take your time and release the game when it's ready. People are tired of having to deal with games that are unfinished at launch. Now, I could be wrong. GTA 6 could come out and it's perfectly fine. Who knows? But granted, there's still this lurking monster in the back that's banging on your wall saying, hey, we could crunch. Don't worry, we could just crunch, bro. These last few things are going to be brief regarding GTA 5. I know recently they acquired a team of modders for GTA 6. Granted, this doesn't take away the fact that they were sending cease and desist letters to other modders who were just trying to make the game better. That's kind of messed up. I don't even need to mention this.
Oh my god!
I lied. This next part is actually going to involve GTA 5 still. We all know that Rockstar can make amazing games, but there's been a lot of videos talking about the way they make the games has become really stale and very safe. Now, it's okay to make a safe game. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But wouldn't it be more exciting if GTA 6 would actually break the mold and do something new and exciting instead of having a gameplay system where the game tells you what to do and you have to do things like by the books, by a list of instructions. Wouldn't it be better if a game actually let you experiment a little, let you do your own thing, not do something that's by the books or part of the instructions? There's a YouTuber, Nakey Jakey, that made a video on Red Dead Redemption 2 and its gameplay, and people should probably watch that video to know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm hoping that GTA 6 can actually, be unique and different and, allow us to actually do our own thing. I know technically when you're not doing a story mission, you could walk anywhere and go wherever you want. But as far as the story missions, it would be better if they let us do things our own way and approach things differently. Metal Gear Solid lets us do that in the 5th installment. Again, watch Nakey Jakey's video to know exactly what I'm talking about. When it comes to Red Dead Redemption 2, a lot of issues that GTA 5 Online had were almost translated into Red Dead Redemption 2. Monetization in that game, for example, was absolutely ridiculous. The fact that you needed to do so much grinding in order just to get like a weapon. So, Rockstar just making the game more boring and tedious and grindy for no absolute reason instead of letting people have fun. But if you want to have fun, you have to spend money. Fuck Take-Two Interactives. The people in that company are a bunch of greedy executive corporate bastards. They only care about monetization for their game. They even proudly made a trailer for one of the NBA games where YouTubers were playing in a literal fucking casino. How on earth did they not get canceled off the planet is beyond me. We all know that company is going to implement their same greedy practices into GTA 6. It's almost guaranteed. I mean, this game is already going to sell millions and millions of copies, so why not go even further into the customers' pockets? Now, I still mean what I said. I'm not that excited for GTA 6 for all the reasons given. I believe GTA 6 will be an okay, good game, but I'm really hoping that they can actually do something different for the 6th installment. I don't know what's going to really happen. If things changed with the game and it improved and it actually does do the opposite of what I was talking about, then hey, this game is going to be a really good game. It may even be a 10 out of 10. But if it's going to be the same exact thing that I just listed and mentioned, then people are going to be in for another long, boring 10 years of the same content, grinding them out, tedious missions, barely getting enough money to get what you want unless you pay real life money, not having any communication from Rockstar, dealing with cheaters online because there will be cheaters. So yeah, I hope GTA 6 will actually be the game I want it to be. It can be whatever it wants to be. It doesn't have to be the game for me. I'm hoping that the game can actually, be different from the 5th installment. So we'll just wait and see. Alright, that's all I wanted to talk about. If you like what I said, please leave a like. Please feel free to comment and have a discussion down below. And make sure to subscribe to me and follow me on Twitch.